Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix Soundwave, exclusive to Walmart in the US. And yeah, as you can see there, he is with Laser Beak and Ravage in his tape deck mode, his tape recorder mode. We'll put that off to the side. We're going to look at this War for Cybertron box. Yeah, Transformers, yep, you can see Netflix, and it's kind of the white and red. And you got the Decepticon symbol there and the inside there and whatnot. You got the War for Cybertron Trilogy and Decepticon Soundwave and a bit of artwork from him and kind of a little... blown up, and because you can see the fact that it's not meant to be this big. And Decepticon symbol, you got a little Autobot symbol up here, and the Transformers logo up there, and you got, this artwork, this kind of weird version of the, I think this was Siege, yeah. Or was it Earthrise? No, this was the Earthrise artwork. Yeah, on the side there, and then on the bottom you have, of course, just red with lots of who owns this and recycle and all that stuff. And on the back you got product shots and whatnot, and more copyrights and warnings and stuff. Inside box you have instructions, which, yep, they're instructions for Soundwave and tapes and all that stuff. And there you go. So yeah, Soundwave and the tapes. Yeah. Yep, this is a guy who's been kind of highly sought after because, well, people freaking out because, well, it's, a G1 accurate tape deck guy thing. It's a tape deck, tape recorder, whatever. You got his, accessories on the back there. He's multiple guns because that's where they go on this mode. You can also see, yeah, the back is kind of obvious, and bottom's not great either. But the front looks great, kind of from the top a little too. But yeah, the front looks great. All the stuff, you got the tapes. Yeah, there are Laserbeak and Ravage here. You can see, the detail there. Nice bit of detail, reds and yellows and blues and silvers and blacks on that. On here you got, it looks more like a tape than the previous version. You got the little 60A and the Japan and all that stuff here. Comparing that to the original, the Siege version, you can see things are a little different. Just a little. You can see things are a bit different deco-wise. Laserbeak also a little bit different, Not a whole lot, but a little bit. More color. Yeah, those are the tapes. I'm not going to show Siege Soundwave in his alt mode because it has nothing to do with this. But yeah, there's that. So yeah, it's a tape deck. It doesn't really do much except, well, you can open that and we'll put a tape inside. There you go, and press that and eject. And these buttons don't work at all. What's nice is this record battery thing. Is this, this is where it was on the original, instead of a light, clear thing. They use that to kind of hide the pin thing, so the pin for the leg. So that's kind of nice that they did. It's kind of clever of them. You get the faux speakers right there. Got some nice gold and blue detail. It's Soundwave in his tape deck mode. There you go. Transformation of these guys is pretty much exactly identical to the other ones. They are these little guys are identical to the original Siege ones. They're just kind of on Ravage here. You untab the legs there. You move these legs outward as well. Yeah, you don't move them. You untab them from there and move them outward. You're supposed to. There you go. You want to move. Yeah, you move those outward. Then take this and move this back. Move these down. That. This down. Spin these around. Spin these around. Spin these around. Spin these around. You want to spin these around. Take the Ravage head and get that out. And then, of course, adjust everything as necessary to, get him so it's all four of his paws are lined up with each other. And there you go. That's Ravage. Laserbeak's also pretty simple. You just, take the legs, put those down, take the wings, open them up, get Get the head out. It's being stubborn right now. I don't know why. Get the head out and roll that up. And I did forget. Oh yeah, in the tape mode as well. There's a little peg to so you can peg it in and be arm shields or whatever nonsense. Just like before. Same with this guy. Although the peg is right here on his neck. So it's a little... Yeah, it's right there. Yep. Tape modes are now, they're these little guys. I show these off, it's really not that, again, it's mostly detail. Articulation is like, that goes up and down. Got a little forward and back here at the hips for both here. You got a little forward back at the knees. And that's your articulation for Ravage. Here you got 2 hinges at the neck, and the wings can open and close. And I guess you can fold away the legs, if you don't want them, have the legs out. Big difference here between this Laserbeak and the original and the Siege one. I'm just going to pull this head out real quick. You can see it's a bit different there. You can see that's quite different. Also different shade of yellow. Slightly different shade of yellow. Yeah. Those are these guys transformed and everything. All right, now to transform Soundwave here, what you want to do is bring that up like that, and then take these gray pieces and fold them in, like so, and then bring this back down. Then take these side pieces and untab them from the side and bring them down. These are the legs, of course. Untab them, bring those down. Like that. Take this gray piece right here, untab that, open up the back of the foot, bring the foot down, or the back of the leg, I should say, bring the foot down, bring this in, close it up. Same thing on this side, untab the gray piece, which can sometimes get really tabbed in real good. Open that up, bring the back of the leg, bring out the foot, collapse this into the leg like that. There you go, that's pretty much the lower half done. And up here, what you want to go ahead and do is untab the arms from each other and then untab them from the back. Like that, and then bring them forward, and then they will tab in right there, and then you rotate the waist around like that. Rotate the arms forward or here so the elbows are facing forward. You take the fists and rotate them out, like so, like so. Back here, you want to go ahead and open this up. There's the head, and you bring out the head like that, and then close this back up. And there you go. That's pretty much most of it. Most of it done. So all you, of course, you got to do is you got to give him a shoulder cannon. So you got to peg that in up there. And of course, he has guns, but yeah, his other guns. But yeah, there you go. That's Soundwave in his robot mode. Yep, it's a lot like, well, the old G1 Soundwave, and it's also clearly a remold of the Siege Soundwave, including, you can see he's got the molded finger there. He's got the same, almost pretty much the same shins. He's got the same chest. He's got the same arms. He's got pretty much the same head. Everything about this guy, almost everything about this guy looks the same, although he does have some small differences here and there. One of the big ones is actually his chest is a bit wider than the Siege one, believe it or not. Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, he can do that, all that stuff. Yeah, he cleans up pretty well. Though, yeah, he's got like this extra, I guess, butt flap now because, well, he kind of needs it. Which also, funny enough, actually covers up the Tamashii stage port the original had. Yeah, this is one of those weird things where like a lot of the remold stuff kind of messes things up. For example, like the whole thing about his fingers, he can reach up and hit the button, but he can't really do that very easily anymore because his finger doesn't. It kind of barely makes it, and even then, you're kind of. Yeah, see, it's not quite actually reaching. It's right in front of there, so it's like that little gimmick doesn't work anymore. Weirdly enough, this stuff is still here from the Siege version. This has no purpose now. It exists. Shouldn't be there, but it still exists from, you know, the Siege version, which is interesting. But of course, you can take this and press that and send that out. That makes his gun. Put it in his hand. He's got this gun. You can put that in his hand if you want. So he's got 2 guns or not. Stuff can store back here. You know, like has that backpack the original had, the Siege version had. So he's got that whole thing going on. Just gonna show this off with the Siege Ravage. Yeah, he can still do that. This still works. No problem. I did notice that this tape thing works a little bit better feel than the Siege version actually, so I'm not sure about that. But it does feel like it does still work. It still has some of his blast effect things. You know, you can see his silver, yellow, or I guess goldish yellow right there, although it's yellow on blue, dark blue plastic, so sometimes you can kind of see the blue peeking through. And you got, of course, he's got a little buttons, his faux buttons, because he's got the other ones are back here. He has faux buttons up here. He's got red eyes, not yellow. They're red, like the cartoon. So yeah, cartoon accurate. Do I agree? Because Siege version, right here, had yellow eyes, and you can see also, yeah. Again, you can see a lot of the similarities with these two guys here. This guy's got a little bit of extra red detailing on his forearms that he doesn't. But you can see a lot of the similarities, even in the shins and everything, are the same shape, although the molding is slightly different. The shins are largely the same shape. The thighs are a little different. But yeah, you can see this is the same. This is kind of the same. Well, you can see the chest is a bit wider on this one. I'm not sure. You can see there's a bit extra plastic here on the chest that this doesn't have. The short forearms are the same, including, again, the now useless landing gear thing that the old one doesn't have. It has, yeah, this guy's got a backpack that this one doesn't, and so on and so forth, which did get in the way of this, but now it doesn't. So yeah, that's the comparison between the two Soundwaves right there. And yeah, real quick, also laser beaks, you can see that. See, yeah, they're pretty much the same shape. You have the two Ravages, Siege. Go switch them around. Siege and Netflix. Again, you can kind of pretty much see. I think the heads are slightly remolded. Yeah, the heads are slightly remolded. You can see that, I think. Slight remolding on the head, but yeah. There you go. There's that. Articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so left and right, up and down, lots of waggle. Shoulders can go all the way around and outward like that. Well, there's a weird, like, right there. It just kind of, that spot right there is kind of weird. He's got bicep swivels. He's got a double hinged elbow, so you can do that. His wrist cannot rotate. His waist can freely swivel. Hips. Hip skirts, so you know those get out of the way. You can go forward. Back is kind of limited thanks to that, but not that much really, actually at all. Could have been worse though, thankfully. Go outward that far. Thigh swivel right in the mid thigh. You got a knee bend about just exactly 9 degrees, and the ankles can tilt that much. And forward and back, nope, it locks into place when you transform it. So there you go. There's that. Here's the articulation. Oh yeah, one other thing, which this is a carryover from the Siege version as well, which is, yep, this still unfolds and becomes a dumb staff thing for yeah, or not staff, but a gun, big, long, dumb-looking rifle. So you got that. If you still want that, that is very much a thing you can do, and also, yep, that still has the problem of that comes out real easily. Still, that is still a problem. And like most people, I don't really particularly like that little mode or whatever. Yeah, this often just winds up going on. It's probably going to wind up going on the back here. Just like that. I guess one last comparison. Because, of course, here's with Optimus. Earthrise Optimus, he's shorter. But not that much shorter, which is about right. So, there you go. Oh, and of course, one other thing I almost forgot, which is he still has the molding there, so Laserbeak can still perch on his arm. Although, I'm not sure if it's the Laserbeak or the arm or what, but it's a little finickier on this one than it is on my Siege. So just an FYI on that. But yeah, he's still at the molding. It's still not amazing, but you know, he perches well enough. Like, well enough. If you can get it in there. So yeah, still has the perch. So there's that. Just forgot about that almost. Now, here's the thing. Getting this guy can be a little difficult right now. It's, again, Walmart exclusive. And it is showing up in stores, but like it's, of course, getting quickly snatched up because people really want this guy. And online has been a crap shoot as well. And I got lucky and, well, I was able to order mine pretty much when the pre-orders went up. And mine was not one of the ones canceled, thankfully. That was the thing, is Walmart has been canceling orders left and right, and you just basically, it's just you happen to see it in stock at the right time, and or you happen to see it at your Walmart at the right time or whatever. This guy's hard to get, so good luck on that one. He's worth getting. He's a nice Soundwave. I think he looks really nice. That tape mode's great. He's got a nice robot mode and everything. You know, there's some weird leftovers from the Siege version, but I do rather like him. Of course, I like the original. I do like this guy. Here's the thing. Don't go crazy trying to get this guy and paying way over sticker. If you already have a Siege Soundwave, honestly, unless... Okay, here's the thing. It's pretty much going to be spending most of its time in robot mode, you probably don't actually need to go out of your way to get this guy, honestly, because he's close enough, I feel, in robot mode that, like... they're close enough that it's like, it's not, worth going crazy trying to get this guy, like just go get him, or paying way over sticker or going on multiple toy hunts. But unless either A, you just need him to be able to turn into a tape recorder, or B, the battle damage on the Siege one bothers you that much, it's just probably go ahead and just, it's not worth going crazy trying to get this guy. Like, yeah, he's good. Don't get me wrong. And if you do see him, go ahead and pick him up, but don't go crazy for it trying to get him. It's $40 for the whole set. $30 for the Voyager and $10 for the Micromasters there. It's so it's like, it's like, yeah, he's worth getting, but not worth freaking out over, if that makes sense. So don't go crazy trying to get him, but like, so don't freak out if you can't find him, if you already have a Siege Soundwave, but like, if you do see him, he's worth picking up, if that makes sense. So yeah, he's worth it, just not worth going crazy over, and definitely not worth overpaying for. He's not that great. I guess that's it. Yeah, more or less that's it. I hope you found this informative or entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. I hope you check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. And also there's a Patreon and the coffee. And I see you next time with another video review.